In today's video, I'm going to be testing some of the changes on the alpha server and comparing them to the main. Though before we get into the video, please like and subscribe because it does mean a lot more to me than you think, and I'm also doing a 75-minute giveaway, so to enter it, just like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of your IGN. So the first thing I'm going to be testing is Final Destination because it got a massive buff. So first off, I'm going to test a Necron and a Warden helmet, and whenever I actually hit something, I do about 1.3 million damage. But whenever I put on Final Destination, I actually do way more damage because they buffed the full set bonus. You're basically going to be doing 100% more damage to Enderman, and you also got about 50 more strength. Now to actually activate it, you have to do shifting, so it kind of sucks for movement, but it really doesn't matter when you do about 800k damage. That was a joke, by the way. I do about 1.7 million. So if you're really going to want to do Enderman Slayer, then Final Destination's probably going to be the way to go, which is honestly pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to test out is exactly how bad One For All got nerfed. So on the main server with the One For All, I do about 1.3 million damage, which is honestly kinda good, 1.4 mil, and some other stuff. And on the alpha server, I do about 800k, which is honestly losing out on a lot, but it's honestly not that big of a deal because enchants got a big buff. Also, just because I lost out on a little bit of money on the alpha server, it's still going to be around the same damage because I'm only losing about 20. So the next thing I'm going to test out is the baby Yeti pet and how much EHP you lose out on. So let's say I have Necron armor on and an Atom Split, and I go over to my EHP, I have about 63,000. But if I do the same thing on the alpha server and go over to my EHP, I have about 54,000. Anyways, the other stuff that got changed, like the turtle pet, isn't really worth to try because I mean it still kinda sucks even with the new ability. And the jellyfish pet right now is kinda buggy because I mean look at the screenshot. So the final thing I'm going to test out is the Maxer armor set and also some enchants. So with the Hyperion in my hand with a lot of enchants, especially Fire Aspect 2, I do a decent amount of DPS because as you guys could see, the Fire Aspect does 40% of my damage every second. And on the main server with the Hyperion, I only do about 300k damage, so you basically just double your damage with the new enchant changes. And now I'm going to be testing Maxer compared to Necron because there's actually a change on the Maxer armor piece, which is basically going to increase your arrow damage by 5% for every single armor piece you have on. So with this, I do about 400k every single time I shoot an arrow, which is honestly pretty decent. But whenever I put Maxer on, I do about 395k, so I'm only losing out on a little bit. Either way, like I said, all this stuff isn't actually confirmed yet, so they might actually change some stuff still, so don't get too excited. But that's going to be the end of the video, so please like and subscribe, and finally, goodbye!